Hello, good morning, dear student. How are you? I am here once again, and this is my next endeavor to share my knowledge before you. And the situation, like the global crisis, that is the COVID-19, paralyzed all over the world, and the classrooms are completely closed. Due to the inconvenient situation, we are conducting knowledges, we are conducting classes or sharing our views through the virtual way. Okay, today my another class for the student of master's final, and it's my lecture 3. So far the lecture 2 for the student of master's final. The course title is same, correction and correctional service, and course code that is mentioned 312017, and me, the course coordinator, your Fargul sir, assistant professor. And now today I discuss and I share my knowledge about the youth person, that means a juvenile person. What do you mean by juvenile? Do you know, my student? Juvenile are these people, the age limit are 7 to 16. Actually, the person who is under 16, they are being considered the juvenile. In the rules and regulation, in the international standard, they are being recognized as a juvenile. Like today, my topic is here juvenile delinquency. Delinquency is that thing, maladjustment, an unauthentic and unethical thing, and that thing like they are doing which are not permitted by the law enforcement agency as well as the government. The government imposed for every country, like these are the activities by should be done by the young youth or the juvenile. If they break the laws, that will be juvenile delinquency. Like what kind of juvenile delinquency are found in our country? Like drug addiction, it is not permitted for the youth or juvenile. Like if teasing, it's a burning issue now these days. You have seen different types of social media, different type of print media. Some young youth are involved these sorts of delinquencies. And delinquencies, finally, that thing, if young youth or juvenile do some activities or social activities which not permit this age, like 7 to 16, is called juvenile delinquency. A juvenile delinquency is found mostly in urban area due to the unplanned socialization, unplanned urbanization and industrialization. Well, right now, according to the criminologist Mr. Thopon, juvenile delinquency refers to the antisocial acts committed by persons under a given age, which are either specially faculty forbidden by law or may lawfully be interpreted as requiring some form of official action. Actually, this is a quotation, or this has been told by a criminologist, Mr. Thopon. You already studied different times, like first year, second year respectively, what do you mean by juvenile delinquency. Just I am sharing my views, nothing else. Here, juvenile are the next citizen of a country, and they have a very potentiality if they are not getting proper guidance, proper instruction from their family member, the absence of take care of father and mother, and these sorts of things make them inspire, make them pursue for doing antisocial activities that are not permitted by the law enforcement agencies of a country. And if they do not their usual work, if do some unusual work, that is the juvenile delinquency. But they have very potentiality, and they will be the upcoming or next doctor, engineer, doctor cadre, BCS cadre, or they will be the, if what should I say, like they will be the gorgeous citizen of a country. Every person has, every youth has some qualities, some potentiality, but due to the proper guidance, due to the proper application of law and enforcement agencies, they are involved some misuse or antisocial activities. That is unusual, and that is the barrier for making the development of a country. So that is juvenile delinquency. You know, Oishi, she was a young of a country. So far, that was an event occurred by accident or incident or massacre incident occurred in 2013. You know, Oishi, he was a daughter of a father and mother, and so far his father was SP or OC of Ramna Thana, and she was recognized as a juvenile delinquency, and you know that was declared, that was published through the social media or print media or electronic media. She murdered her father and mother, that means parents. That is a notorious activities. But she was a student of a school grade, high school grade. But she was involved in drug addiction. It's a sequence of crime. Actually, she was a brilliant student. We studied the case and we studied about his lifestyle from different newspapers and social media. She was a student of English medium school, but he mixed herself with bad companies. And due to the absence of her father and mother care, and she mixed with her friends and took drugs. And at once she was drug addicted, and whenever she was not getting money for taking the drugs, and she took decision to murder his parents, and that has been done. This is one kind of juvenile delinquency. Well, and if-teasing. If-teasing is a common phenomenon and familiar feature in Bangladesh, and that is the thing we studied, and we already mentioned. And now another thing here, causes of juvenile delinquency. We already discussed in first slide that what do you mean by juvenile, and second thing thing is here juvenile delinquency. Now the causes of juvenile delinquency. Actually, how some young youth, promising youth are involved in juvenile delinquency, and why they are being derailed. First thing is here, family factor. It's very common feature, it's common criteria to involve in juvenile delinquency. Like I already mentioned, and I already mentioned the name of someone, Oishi. She was notorious, she was known to most of the people of the country for murdering her parents. Actually, after the case study, after getting the information, after the authentic getting the information, what was the situation over there? Actually, the guidance of her parents, where she was going, what how can she get drugs and something like that. His parents was careless, and she also like she was don't care attitude. She showed the don't care attitude. I need money. She before murder her parents, she was getting huge money from his father, but there is no accountability. That is the thing. Family factor is the main cause to involve in crime as a juvenile. So family should care about it, or family take care and family cautious about their juvenile, about their family members, like the young youth, where they are going, how many friends he or she has, and this is very much important issue. And if the family take care and if the family take it seriously and cautious about their young youth, and they cannot involve with antisocial activities or involve in juvenile delinquency. Second one is here, biological factor. Biological factor is another issue to involve a juvenile delinquency. Like your father, someone is a thief, someone is a notorious criminal, someone is a hijacker, and the father was a hijacker, and his kids, either male or female, they have a potentiality. They have they become some misdo. They become, what should I say? Like they become bad men by heredity. This is the biological factor. And next one is here, geographical factor. Geographical is another important issue to be a juvenile delinquent. Actually, juvenile delinquent and delinquency. Juvenile delinquent. Actually, geographical factor obviously pursue to be a juvenile delinquent. Like if you see in the urban area, especially if you emphasis on the slum area, most of the slum children have no guidance, no father and mother, and after they are born, they are not getting good environment, they are not getting food security and basic needs, and after they are born, they are what should I say? They are watching all kinds of illegal things, unlawful things. Actually, the slum areas in the urban area are heaven of corruption. Actually, they are growing up through unlawful situation, unlawful attitude. They are absorbing. So geographical area pursue them to be a criminal. That is in aspect in Bangladesh, especially in Dhaka city, some slum children are doing so antisocial activities, and they are involving themselves some unethical activities. Well, now we are in another point, economic factor. Obviously, economics, like economic situation, in fact, is a main factor to involve with crime. Or juvenile delinquent are becoming deteriorating their situation due to the insufficient financial assistance. Actually, when they have no security, social security, either there is no security of basic fulfillment of basic needs, what should they do? Actually, they have no source of income, they have no father and mother. Especially, I'm telling about the children of slum area. Most of the children have no father and mother. Most of the children have no food security, and they have to do something for surviving issue. And actually they have no education and they have no technical knowledge, and they are not technically sound. That's why they are not getting job. Then for surviving issue, they are doing some unlawful activities like hijacking, drug peddler. They are becoming drug peddler, and these are the things which contradict with the rules and regulation and against the norms and ethics of religion. So economic factor, if someone will get the facilities or assurance for his family members and for his survival issue, that I have source of income and I have no botheration for earning money, then I will not involve these sorts of misactivities. Actually, you have no money, then you have to earn either it legal way or illegal way. Due to insufficient financial assistance, then they are committing some delinquency. Well, now another factor, environmental factor. Actually, environmental factor and geographical factor, these are the synonyms. Geographical factor or environmental factor, actually I have mentioned before sometime ago that some student live in a mesh, like you guys, most of you live in Dhaka city in a mesh. Like your friend or some friends in your room are involved in drug peddling or drug addiction, or they are taking drugs actually, or they are doing some unlawful activities. And first day, second day, third day, you will not do it, but you will be persuaded, they will inspire you, they will force you, just take it. Like firstly, to be a drug addicted, to involve drug, some of your friends offer you a cigarette, and next day they will bring a cigarette once again, and third day you will be addicted. Something like some drug are very popular to the young youth in the student mesh, like yaba, something like that. But firstly, they are taking it as a fantasy. After a period, after a certain period, they are becoming, what should I say, addicted. And then they are doing some misactivities. An environmental factor is here. Juvenile delinquent are those not above 16. So it's a time of fantasy, time of knowing something, and they have some fantasy to untouchable thing. And environment entertain them, environment explore them, environment what should I say, pursue them for involving themselves to be a juvenile delinquent. Psychological factor, it's a big problem, it's a big issue for young age, like frustration. Like your friend, you have seen whenever this juvenile go to the school or colleges, and his father, your friend, his friend's father is secretary or high government official, and they have many things, like he has a laptop, he has an iPhone or something like that, but you haven't anything. This is a frustration. That I have no money, I have no, my father is at a good job, my father has no good job, now my father has no income, but I cannot bring a good cell phone or laptop or something like that. That is a frustration. And another thing is here, I already mentioned, it's a time of fantasy, of young youth and dreamy age, and teenage, what should I say, and then if they do not get something what he deserves or not, then he when he is not being paid, he is not being given, then frustration attacks him. And psychological factor is that thing. I didn't get it, so I should get it, and whatever I should do, I will do it for achieving this, for attaining this. This is the psychological factor, and it pursues them to be a juvenile delinquent. And political factor in our subcontinent, in the history of our subcontinent, especially as a third world, the people, the young people of our country are pursued as pursued by the political leaders to be a weapon. Before the political, before occurring the political instability like Hartal or something like that, some political leaders use the juvenile for making mob violence, for making anarchy or something like that, and they are being paid. Especially these political leaders search this juvenile from what should I say, like slum areas. I already told you, they have no father and they have no guardian. Without guardian, they are moving here and there, and they are very lucrative to the political leaders, and they are being sold, and political leaders using them as a weapon against their rivals. However, last thing, administrative factor. Administration should very cautious, and administration explore some rules and regulation, but in context, in any countries, if it will not be applied for the situation, the juvenile delinquent will be inspired, they will be impressed, and they will feel, don't care, there is no rules and regulation, it is not implemented, it is not been applied, and these sorts of barriers inspire them, pursue them for involvement themselves in juvenile delinquency. So these are the things. This is another endeavor from my side, and strongly I also say to you, I am delivering my speech in English for the betterment of you. Just you are in practice, you do practice and follow my lectures or follow my sharing knowledge in YouTube, and you can get opportunity in the virtual world more and more times, and whatever you do not understand, you try to understand more and more. That will help to explore your horizon of knowledge. So far it will help you for obtaining a good job. So today this is the last time of this class. Stay home, stay safe.